Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another session of the Technicals Tuesdays. This is slowly becoming my favorite day of the week because this is the day where I get to share my expertise, my analysis, my trade ideas for the week, which makes me very happy when I get those testimonials about how these sessions really help you guys. Honestly, I don't do it to get paid anything. The main reason that I do it is to be the person I needed when I started my trading journey, because we didn't have access to more information as you guys have in YouTube. We didn't have access to podcasts. The courses that were available at the time would cost anything from $1,000 upwards, which was a lot of money to us back then. 2012, 2015, it was quite a lot. So we had to learn everything by ourselves. There was no one guiding us. So really trying to be that guy for you, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm hoping these sessions have been helping. We're gonna get to it today. We're gonna have a look at the US dollar index. We're gonna look at USDCAD. We're gonna look at gold. We're gonna look at GBPJPY, NASDAQ, and Bitcoin. Those really are almost my whole watch list in there. I think only 2 or 3 pairs are missing. So yeah, we're gonna start with the dollar index. Because most of the pairs that we trade are heavily affected by the United States dollar. I think from here, trend-wise, we can tell that we are bullish, and this being the last higher low, and that up there being the last higher high, right? So I think now we can set a 4-hour time frame now that we have the direction. So in 4-hour time frame, what we're looking for is levels. We're looking for what's the objective, what has been mitigated, what's the next potential direction of the market. And if you look at this market, it's got an impulse, correction, impulse, correction. So we're anticipating another impulse to the upside. So this is what I'm talking about: impulse, correction, impulse, correction. So we're anticipating another impulse to the upside. But before we go any further, let me just remove this. I think it's very important for us to look further on the left. We have this demand area at 105.6 that was mitigated on the 29th of September this year. And this move, what it did, it pushed strongly to the upside, and that push led to a break of structure. And as you know, if we're breaking highs, it's a sign that the market is more bullish. And then what happened? Price played around. So here we had a liquidity point, and we had that area of demand there, which was also mitigated. So so far, I think it's clear that the 4-hour also agrees with the daily time frame. We really like to focus on this this pair. I mean this index, the US dollar index, because like I said earlier, it is the one that controls the direction of most of the asset classes. Now we can step down to character when we get to this point. So we just want the market to show us signs of changing character. And what are those signs? Those signs would be the market breaking that high and then coming back for a discounted price. Then we can start buying all the way, going all the way up, right? So that's what we're waiting for on the dollar index. Otherwise, we can all agree that it's bullish. Beautiful market structure right there, right? Beautiful analysis, if I do say so myself. All right, move on to the next one. That would be, today I'm not looking at the time because sometimes we miss things by trying to focus too much on the time that's left for us. All right, we have the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar on a daily time frame. To me, yes, we have this impulse, but to me, what I see is a market that has really changed from a bullish one to a bearish one, because we had this last lower high, higher low, right, which the market broke. To me, that was a change of character. And if I can just draw potential areas of supply here, let me use the right template, right? So we had that supply, which the market reacted to, pushed further to the downside. And what did it do? Somewhere around here, we broke this structure. Hands are shaking. All right, by breaking the structure. So this was originally the last lower high. However, it had liquidity above it. So we're going to look for another area above that. So we get this one, which that means now we need to start looking for more selling opportunities. Not yet. Let's go to a 4-hour time frame because we're trying to get the direction now. 4-hour time frame, does it agree with us? Looks like we have a pretty good price action here. So what did we have? We had the market pushing to the upside and then sweeping this liquidity here, sweeping that liquidity, and then the market aggressively pushing to the downside, breaking the last high low, which was here. And then we had change of character, right? After that change of character, market came to the candlestick or to the area zone that caused the change of character. And then we had a break of structure now, this small area. This is also a teaching moment, right? On the market broke structure there, which candlestick or which supply area was responsible for it? It was this one right here, right? And then what happened? Market pushed aggressively to the downside. Let me adjust that. And what we also have here, which confirms this order block of hours or supply area, it is this area of imbalance. So this imbalance here, price has to come up here. This is also a liquidity point. So what can we expect now from the loonie or the USDCAD? We can expect it to push up and then go all the way possibly down here. So this looks like a nice clean area of demand that can become useful later on. Right, so that's what we have there. If you're busy, you're on your 9 to 5 or you're running a business, you can already place a sell limit here. It's a nice risk reward ratio, 7.4R. You risk 1%, you can gain 7.4% of your account. And remember, we always focus on a 1:5. Well, that's my personal preference, by the way. You can take a 1:7, you can take a 1:3. I would recommend you do not take anything that's less than 1:3 in terms of risk reward ratio. All right, let's look at GBPJPY. It's one of the most traded in the market. So with GBPJPY, what do we have? So we have this area on a daily, we have this area of supply that wasn't mitigated, and but right here we have an area of demand, right? and this area, this hidden area of demand that was mitigated, and now it's starting to look like it's pushing to the upside. Another reason that makes me believe we are bullish here, based on the high time frame structure, is that we broke this high um, in August, right? It's just a couple of months ago. So we broke this high. So clearly to me, we're in a series of higher highs, and this looks exactly like a pullback. This is impulsive. This is a pullback. So and we look at this rejection, strong rejection on the downside. So I would say my bet is to get more buying opportunities, probably to these highs, right? So let's step down to 4-hour time frame. This is me generating an idea, right? This is just me generating an idea. I have an entry here. I entered at 181.900, and I'm taking this thing all the way up. I just wanted to show you my reasons, right? So, and then what you note is that we have, if we can start here, we've got this lower high, we've got this lower low, we've got that lower high, we've got this lower low, we've got that lower high. Did we get a break here? Yep. And we've got that lower high, and the last lower low being this one. So as you can see here, what happened is we broke above the last lower high. So that is a change of character on its own. And the demand that was responsible is right here. Market pushed up, came back, mitigated it. And if maybe you'd allow me to go to a 1-hour time frame just to show you this clearly, right? And then what did we have? We also had a break of structure right here. And who's responsible for that break of structure? It is this whole area of demand, right? So I'm expecting this highs to be challenged, but if once again, allow me to drop down to the last time frame, which is the entry time frame, right? The 15-minute time frame, just to show you clearly how I was able to get this. Was it here? Yes, there we go. As you can see, we had a nice rejection here. Also, within the internal structure, we look for the last lower high, which was this one right here. So this is the pullback structure. So the last lower high was the one that was we are counting on to give us a sign when the market has changed direction, right? And then this is the demand that was responsible for that. Look at that, boom, break to the upside. So this is me just playing around with the internal structure, right? We also had a break of structure here. Demand level that's responsible is this one right here. So I expect these highs to be challenged. However, I wouldn't be surprised if the market would do this, right? Otherwise, I'm bullish on this. I entered in the morning right here because sometimes this pair doesn't come back soon enough to mitigate areas. So I was fine with that. So let's look at gold. Still something interesting earlier on gold. Haven't traded it for like 2 weeks now, when most of my pairs are made up of gold. So we had this nice push to the downside. Almost broke the lows of let me see, 1805, 1807. What do we have here direction wise? To me, order flow is clearly bearish. So and then I would mark my major high and major lows, right? So my major high being that one. So what I'd anticipate here based on this and based on order flow is a bearish market. So let's go to a 4-hour time frame to further investigate that. What do we have? We've got this area of consolidation and aggressive push to the downside. It just looks like a proper area of supply to me, right? Let's put a template and zoom in a bit. So we're expecting selling opportunities based on the higher time frame structure. Now, this is the area of supply that is responsible for that breakout structure on the left hand side. So what do we anticipate here? We anticipate gold to simply push up there and all the way down here. It's possibly down here, or just to mitigate this order block, because it looks like it has nice liquidity sweep. So I would say target this areas. Sorry, just target these areas. So there we have it on gold. US cash. If we look at price action from what we are seeing right now, I'm pretty sure it's clear that this market was coming down, then somewhere here it reversed to the upside, right? So if we do the lower highs, lower lows thing just to determine the trend, you'd realize that so lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and this is not a lower high because we didn't beat this low. So you notice that the last lower high was here. This is going to be a nice case study. I need to revisit it again. So there we go. We had a demand there, and then what happened? Market pushed, came down a bit, broke structure, breaking highs. If we're breaking highs, we're in a bullish market, right? It's very important to understand that structure, and maybe we can put this mitigations here just for price to show the flow of price, right? And then what do we have here? We have this big push to the upside, and then I used my Fibonacci tool to find prices that are within the discounted area, right? What do I have to do now? But before we go to the next time frame, let us look at this. We've got an imbalance here. I think the market even gapped up. Was it earlier today or yesterday? Was it been yesterday? Right. I think it was based on the attacks on Israel by the Gaza Strip. So yeah, let's go to a 15-minute time frame. So we're dropping down, top-down analysis is very important. This imbalance, we can bring it here, right? Let me move that, and this is our area of demand right here, because this is where my discounted areas were falling into. This is a perfect area, or it's one for the books. It's also a good case study because it has a liquidity sweep here. There's a liquidity pool somewhere down here, right? Stop loss is waiting to be taken out here by the institutions, right? So this is one of the nicest setups I've seen, right? So I'm getting a lot of textbook. Oof, this is gonna be nice. The befores and afters. All right, Nasdaq. That's it. Let's look at Bitcoin real quick before we end today's market analysis. I'm gonna start on a daily, obviously. Always high time frame for market direction, right? We're caught up in an area that I I do not comprehend myself. Okay, I'm gonna start here, right? At the mitigation of that demand at around 25,000, right? And then we had this breakout structure. It's not just a liquidity sweep. The liquidity sweep is actually quite higher somewhere here, right? We had that liquidity sweep up there, and I'd consider this as maybe their change of character. Markets changing to the downside, pushing to the downside. Oh, we also had a mitigation of this demand here. That's why I say it's crazy, right? And yep. Okay, as market changed character, we had this area getting mitigated. There we go. And we also had a breakout structure on this lows, 28,000. And then from there, who was responsible? This area of supply. So I don't know, I'm not sure what's going to happen here, or we still have to come back to mitigate this, which would be demand. So maybe we're anticipating something like this. So getting on shorts here and then buy from here, maybe all the way up. So I think when Bitcoin comes back to 25,000, that's when I'm going to start thinking about the potential rebound of Bitcoin to recent most highs. So yeah, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we have. This is Bitcoin. Let's look at the next one. Just to recap before we end this session. I think it'll be wise to check things out on a 4-hour time frame. Doing a quick recap, we've got Nasdaq looking nice like that. So with Nasdaq, we're targeting 15,500. So we're targeting those highs with Nasdaq. So yep, that's how it looked. Look at gold, looking for more shorting opportunities. What's the next one? Must be GBPJPY. We're looking to buy more for price to come back to 181,950. Then we're gonna buy. What's the next one? USDCAD, looking for shorting opportunities just for the market to push up now a little bit higher. What else do we have? That must be the dollar index itself. Dollar index, we're anticipating a more bullish movement. Let's just see how price will react when it gets to 106,250. A break above 106,250 will go put the gas on the pedal. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, cheers. See you on the daily live trading rooms.